Hey Internet, it's Jeremy Parrish, and I didn't realize that Metroid II had this crazy music at the title screen. How about that? How crazy. Sorry, my voice is a little hoarse today for no good reason whatsoever, but nevertheless, I will press on and play Metroid II Return of Samus. Not Samus Returns. That's a different game, and I'm not allowed to stream that yet. So, let's begin this endeavor. And yes, this is a color version of the game, quote unquote. The Super Game Boy had special palettes built in for Metroid 2, and apparently that palette is hot pink, magenta, turquoise, and what is that? Chartreuse? Yellow? It's not the best color palette in my opinion, but what can you do? Alright, I'm starting from a brand new save file. And, whoops, I have the wrong size marker here. Okay, so Samus is here on the surface, hanging out on SR388. She's going to eradicate the Metroids, of which apparently only 39 exist in the universe. That's a pretty tiny species. Oh, and it looks like my audio is working okay, so that's good. So this is going to be a little trickier than usual to map because it's not quite as concrete as some other games, but we'll do what we can. I have, of course, streamed some Metroid 2 before, back when Samus Returns was announced, but what happened? I don't remember. Oh, right. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't turn this. Right, I'm starting over because, mapping. Yes. So, let's hope that this is all showing up on the stream. Yeah, it looks like we're good. So, let's see, Metroid 2. And this is the surface area. Hope you guys like this music, because you're going to hear a lot of it. I'm going to do one screen per square and then revisit this and do a more detailed layout. But this will be the little corner here. This actually goes up and around, but I can't actually do that until much later, so... Oh, I don't know. What should I do? Should I start there? Yeah, I'll go ahead and start there. This is as high as I can see right now, so... That's it. That's all. So, her... Oh, look, she has the Marimari. A rare treat. She gets to keep that. So, this will be the start square. And looks like people are joining. John Learned says, thanks for doing this on the Friday before a holiday weekend. That's right, it is a holiday, huh? Here in America. That's exciting. I'm going to stream as long as I can, but there is a slight caveat in that we are currently here in North Carolina under a tornado watch. So if everything suddenly goes dark, that's why. So that goes up. This is going to be taking some liberties, but that's okay. I think I'm going to divide the screens out a little differently than I did in the original Metroid, just because this game's layout works a little differently. So I'm going to, anytime there's a screen separation, a hard demarcation, I'm going to put one of these little bars in there. Sorry, I'm not flipping you off. There we go. One of those little bars in there. Man, my voice sounds really rough today. What the heck? Oh, right, sometimes I have to kill things. Okay. It's been killed. Where's my melee counter? This game's going to take some getting adjusted to, because I have been playing the 3DS remake for review, and it's a much more like physically combative melee-driven game than this. 1, 2, 3. And then here on the 4th screen, we go down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have bombs? I do not have bombs. That's okay, because Samus can shoot down now. She's so talented. So versatile. That goes down 2, then over. Two. Oh. All right, 1 and 2, then back up. That's as high as we go. Oh, it's the frog thing. 1 and 2. I see how this is going to be. All right. Okay, and another hard transition down. It's 2 screens. 3, 4. Wow, this just keeps going. 5 down. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just straight on down. This is turning out okay. All right. How do I map this? It's 2. This kind of reminds me of the intro area of Metroid a little bit. And Dragon says, some of the paths in the game actually cross over each other without meeting on the same screen. Hopefully, though, those are in different zones. I think that there's, like, actual divisions. I'm going to break this into different divisions, so it should be okay. We'll see what happens. So, anyway, where were we? That was the center screen. 1 and 2. 1, 2. Alright, I gotta count. 1, 2, 3. That's not much of an area. What is that? Just look at that. That was pointless. I object, Metroid II. So that goes up slightly, and then down 1 screen. Oh. 2 screens. 3 screens. Oh my goodness. We're gonna say that was 4 screens. Why not? It's probably more like 5, but whatever. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's mucky magenta water down here. Kind of stagnant looking. I think there's a Metroid over this way. I may be surprised to find myself suddenly facing an evil monster. We'll see. 2, 3. 4. 5 now. And we'll say 5. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it still on camera? This is still on camera. Okay. Let's see. Practical question. John Learned says, sorry, if you've already answered this, but do you have a pin preference? I'm using, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, these are Faber-Castell Pit Artist pins, and these things have changed my world. I've been looking for good artist pins, like permanent ink pens, for years. And these are great. There's a set of 8 that I bought that has from, I think this is like a 0.01 millimeter or 0.1 millimeter tip. It's super fine. And then it gets bigger and bigger. And then there's like a thick 1.5 millimeter brush tip or pen tip, and then brush tips and a flexible brush tip. It's a great set. So I strongly recommend it. Faber-Castell Pit Artist Pen. Yes, I'm not getting paid to say that. That is just my sincere enthusiasm for a very well-made product. And then the color pens that I do, I haven't had a chance to use color yet, but these are, I thought these were micro, but they're Sakura Pigma brush pens. And they have an extremely fine tip, but it's a flexible tip, so you can do extremely fine detail, but then you can press and cover wide areas. You can work in tiny little tight corners. They're really great for doing detail work. So those are the tips of the trade, my tools. And it's more screens. 2. Oh my goodness. And that's dead. Alright, so that was what, 3 screens over? And I've caused an ecological disaster. By killing a Metroid, I have caused an earthquake somehow. I'm sure that makes sense. I'm sure Neil deGrasse Tyson could explain it and take all the fun out of it. So those are good things to mark on the map. Okay, now I finally get to use a pen. I'm going to use the fine tip. Is that still showing up on the map? Yes, it is. Okay, great. So right here is a Metroid. Oh, what a cute little Metroid. And also there is a health charger and a missile charger. So I need to come up with a color scheme for these things. I guess the chargers will be green for go kill things. And the Metroid will be red for stop and destroy this thing. Let's see, I think that's brown, purple, somewhere in here. There's pink. Yeah, okay, is that my red? No, that's brown. Where's my red? Okay, you know what? Metroids are going to be orange for I can't find my red pen. Okay, so we've got the Metroid on there, and I need to mark that as an alpha. And now we head back. I will probably mark Metroid husks separately from the Metroids, because the husks are actually really good waypoints in this game. If you kind of keep track of where the husks are, you can sort of get a sense of where you're going to find Metroid encounters, and they're also good for kind of navigating, like saying, oh, I remember this Metroid husk. So those seem like a good thing to mark on the map. And when I do a fine detail map, when I go back and do a second pass, I will definitely cover the water, although this does not appear to be dangerous water. Samus doesn't even worry about drowning. Okay, so back in the other direction. I'm here, so back up the shaft. This series does love its big tall shafts. No comment. Boy, these creatures are so much less dangerous than in the remake. And it seems like the audio for this is coming through okay. Is everyone like fine with the sound? There's no like garbled quality, my audio's not blown out, anything like that. If I need to make adjustments, let me know. Alright, so this is 1 over. I want a save station. Hello. Seems like a good time to mark that. And I guess, oops, save stations should be their own color as well. What color says save to you? I guess pink. Now I have to remember what these colors that I'm using are. Okay, looks like everyone is okay with the audio quality, so I will continue my venture. One more screen over. 2. Oh, dang it. I have the clumsiest hands on the planet. Ah. Alright. Yes. The only video game stream where a dude keeps dropping stuff. On to the next. Two. Oh, you little bastard. 3. Okay, that goes up and then down. Yeah, nice. Okay, 2. This is confusing. Such a tiny, zoomed-in point of view. Alright, so that's 1 down, and then it goes over. And then back. Oh, why is this game making things so hard for me? Yeah, I'm taking some liberties here. So what? Sounds like 1 over. It starts to go down. Looks like I'm going to need to go to a different sheet of paper soon. So Someone in the stream commented that Samus's sprite looks better than they gave it credit for. I think there's actually a special palette, like I said, in the Super Game Boy, that assigns different colors to the sprites and to the backgrounds. So Samus, I think, is using a different palette arrangement than the background is, even though it's the same colors. So I don't think it's possible to get quite this good at looking a sprite under normal circumstances. But if you use the built-in color setup, let's change to, yeah, see, it looks a little weird. Okay, oh, maybe it's not a special palette. Well, how about that? It's actually the G palette. Now you know. Okay, well, there you go. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 6. 6 over, and I'm out of paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think that water goes down. So, time for a change. The space is too big. I'm going to resume from here. Oh, the music changed, so I guess that is kind of a natural transition point, huh? How clever. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And are we? Yeah, we're in the camera. You know what? This area looks like it's made out of Fruity Pebbles. Kinda want some Fruity Pebbles now. I'm just going to confess right here that my greatest guilty food pleasure might actually be Fruity Pebbles. I don't know why. They're so bad and so bad for you. But look at how tasty they look. Don't they look delicious? Where am I? That's 3, 4 screens. 5. Okay, 5 screens up. Good thing I didn't start at the top. 2, 3, 4, 5. So, Gaia Fun says, how does cartography work? Well, this is dot paper. This is a grid of dots. You can't necessarily see it on the camera, but I promise that there is a grid here. It works just like graph paper, except the lines aren't there. It's just dots at the corners. And each screen of the game is one square. And I'm just putting down the screens that I see, counting pixels, basically. So like this that I see right here, this is one screen. So it's scrolls over to the right, so I've left the right side here blank. And I will count, okay, I've passed one screen, so this is the second screen. Third. Okay, so that transition zone is 3 screens wide. So then I put the line here to denote that it's a shift to another area, a separate screen. And it looks like this one goes up. It doesn't really scroll that far to the right. So This is one screen up, and that's 2. 1, 2. And I kill stuff along the way. Wow, the Metroid database stopped by. Hello, Metroid database. Your maps are probably more comprehensive than mine will be. And I think this is a Metroid lair, so maybe I'll die here. Oh no, it's some other thing. Alright. Oh. 2 screens, 3, 4, 4 screens. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this seems like one of those, yeah, okay, this is one of those big areas, the big zones. So, I don't know if that actually is as far down as it goes. Just in case, what I'm going to do is just mark squares on the dots, and then I can go in and fill in spaces later. But it definitely goes up at least 1 screen. Oh, bastard. So, and there. Have a little line up there. Oh, it might be a mistake to do this. The line inside. Yeah, save station. Yeah, some of the logistics of the map here are going to be a little tricky just because of the way Metroid II works. I guess I'll go ahead and save while I still can. Okay. Guy of Fun says, should I still get the Game Boy version if I already pre-ordered the remake? These games are very, very different. The Metroid, they're based in pretty much the same worlds, and they have the same objectives, but the remake plays very differently than this game. It's a totally reinvented experience. So I would say that the remake does not overwrite the original, just based on what I've played, and you should feel free to experience the original Metroid 2 because it is a different game. Alright, so let's see, that's 1 screen, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. And where's my tiny little pen? There we go. I believe the color blue was for save stations, was it not? Oh no, pink. Wait, what was it? Pink, okay. Good thing I checked. Alright. So now I can go down 1 screen. 2 screens. Did I miscount that? Sorry, I get distracted sometimes. I'm old. I have an easily distracted mind. It's terrible. Okay, so that is 1. Okay, so 2. Another one down. Alright. Let's see what's this way. It is another room like this. With a missile door. How exciting. So Metroid Database asks if there is an embargo on Metroid Samus Returns reviews. Yes, there is. I can't say what it is, but it's shortly... I don't think I can say what it is. It's shortly before the game's launch. You will not see a review from me on US Gamer because I don't work there anymore, but you will see some sort of write-up at retronauts.com, since that is where I work now. And boy, it would be really good if I could find my red pen now. Where is my red pen? That's not it. Yes, it is. Okay. Sorry, the light in here is a little weird. It's kind of yellow casted. So this is a fantastic missile door. Someone said there's an embargo on discussing the embargo. No, I don't know that that's the case. I guess it doesn't matter if I say when the embargo is. The embargo is, I believe, September 12th. But there is a preview embargo tomorrow. 2, 3, 4. So I will have something at US Gamer, or Retronauts tomorrow. So you can look for that. Wow, 2 items in the same room. That is just crazy. Oh, it's bombs. And what color should I make that? I'll make that blue, since I don't think I've used blue yet. If I have, then oh well. Okay, let me mark that also. A missile. Jeez, Metroid Database has been around for almost 21 years. That's crazy. We're all getting old and we're going to die. It's amazing. Guy of Fun says, I know it's a limitation of the Game Boy. Would you have preferred more screen space or more detailed Samus sprite? I would much rather have a smaller Samus sprite and have the ability to see more of what's around her. Unfortunately, that is not the direction they went. So you gotta deal with a big chunky Samus who fills the entire screen. It is one of the game's big shortcomings, in my opinion. Oof, that's gonna give someone a headache. No pausing for me, okay. So that's 2 screens over, and then there's that wall that goes 2 screens. And then there's this fancy room with an E-tank and an exit. So we draw the wall here and an energy tank. If you are just joining in, wow, I've been doing this for almost 40 minutes now. Someone says Samus doesn't fill the entire screen. Yes, it's a thing called hyperbole. Hyperbole. Very exciting thing that sometimes people employ to make a point. So yes, if you are just joining in, I'm Jeremy Parrish. This is a Retronauts Cart-ography stream, and the point is I play an old video game and draw a map of it. And the game in question right now is Metroid II: Return of Samus. I am mapping my way through the first portion of the game right now. I'm going to draw the wall in blue, the hidden passage. My goal is hopefully to have this entire game mapped on paper by the time Samus Returns, the remake of this game, arrives. That gives me about 2 weeks, so actually it gives me exactly 2 weeks, so we'll see what happens. Get that E-Tank, baby. What? That thing hurts? That's lame. Alright. So the reason they made Samus big looking on the screen, like about a quarter of the screen height as opposed to more like an eighth on NES, is that, the Game Boy only had 4 shades of gray, and they needed to... I believe I read that they wanted to give more detail to her, more definition, so you could see when she upgraded. In the NES version, when you acquire the Varia, you turn like fuchsia. But they couldn't do that in this, so instead, this is where she starts getting those crazy honking round shoulder pads. Which, I understand from a practical perspective, but it does impede the game. Like, once you get the high jump boots, and it's actually possible to jump higher than you can see, it gets kind of frustrating. So that is a door over. I feel like I've already experienced this area, but I guess not. Saving some game storage memory by repeating tile sets and rooms. Is that supposed to be like a living creature or a turret? I'm going to go with turret. 2, 3... 3 screens over. I think this is the only Metroid game where you really find yourself running low on missiles. It's a good thing the missile depots exist, because otherwise you could be in big trouble. Okay. Let's put another red door here. I apologize for the music in this game. It can get kind of repetitive. Oh, look, the ice beam. Nice. Ice is nice. Before I map this room out, let's see if I can go anywhere, do anything down here. I don't think so. And the sound effect of her arm cannon has changed, because now she has ice. Alright, so we've got a Chozo room. Oops, yeah, I guess the circle's okay. Alright, back we go. Time to map the other section. A MacVenture Metroid game, says Sven. Sorry, I cannot read your last name from this distance. How would a MacVenture Metroid game work? This idea intrigues me. I wish to subscribe to your newsletter. So I seem to be delving further and further into this area. Is there a passage up? Let's find out. Oh, it looks like this does go up. Intriguing. It's kind of like a mirror image of the bottom part of the room. And I need the spider ball. Okay. So that's 1, 2. Can this still be seen on camera? Yes. Okay, great. Sorry, it's getting a little skewed. I'm going to drop down, go back to the door that I passed up earlier. I apologize if I'm kind of going back and forth, but that's just what you gotta do when you're mapping out a non-linear game. Okay. So there is a missile here. And another missile. And I'm starting to run out of space here, too. This section of the game is very horizontal. And another, but I can't get up there. Oh, I guess I can. That was a great dumb mistake. Alright. So we've got 2 missiles in this section. This map was not made for such complexity. Let's go ahead and start marking these so I don't forget. Alright, I've written missile in very, very tiny letters. And on we go. Oh, I guess that's the end. Alright. Thanks for joining me on this missile gathering expedition. And back we go. Maybe if we're lucky, I will not run out of map paper. Graph paper. Whatever the heck. So I'm going to head back up here and check out and see what's over there. Samus is a little floaty in this one. But you know, we all float down here. Okay, so we're back here. I guess I could freeze that dude and turn him into a platform. See what happens. Oh, not much. Okay, well. One, two, three. Hey, it's a husk. I remember that husk. Is there a way to go up? Yeah, it seems like this does go up. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to draw the little Metroid husk there for orienteering. I was not a Boy Scout, but I could have been one. Got the natural instincts. Okay, there's some weird stuff happening in the chat, but that's okay. I'm just here to kill Metroids and not take names, but draw maps, which is kind of like taking names. It's like taking the planet's name. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so over there, I feel like I'm about to be attacked. Yeah, or maybe not. Does this go down? I think it does. One, two, three. Goodbye. Oh my goodness. Farewell, cruel world. Let's see, that's 2 screens. Oh, I think this is where I get the spider ball, and life changes for the better. Yes. Okay. The world just opened up to me, and also the game just got a lot slower, but that's, you know, you take the good with the bad. This game becomes very sort of toilsome as you crawl around every inch of every wall and ceiling, but it's all good because the spider ball is great. Oh, look at that. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of slowly crawl around inside the walls. This doesn't make any sense. There we go. Up and away. Okay, so no hidden passages there. And John Learned says, this is where the game usually loses me. Oh, but the spider ball opens up so many possibilities. Look. See, I'm spidering. That's an actual verb now. You can fling fling yourself in the air and do that kind of thing. There we go. Hooray, look. Look, Ma. I'm Lionel Richie. I'm dancing on the ceiling. And what is this? No, it's nothing. Well, okay. Okay, so one person says this is where the game loses them, and another says this is where the fun begins. So clearly, there are some differences of opinion about the value of the spider ball. But we are going to climb this mother. Maybe this is where I will find the Metroid. Who left it? Yes, there we go. Come on, little guy. Come to me. Come to die. Oh, lame. 2, 3, 4, and die. Alright, so that was a quick and efficient Metroid extermination. Let's see what's on the ceiling here, if anything. Oh, why, there's nothing. Okay, so that was a Metroid. What color was I making the Metroids? I think they were orange, that's right. Oh man, I just got an email with a review code for a game that I am really not sure how I feel about. I'm going to blow on the ink to dry it out, sorry. Hopefully that was not annoying on the microphone. And we are, wow, I've nearly been doing this for an hour. Good grief. 50 minutes. So, I guess it's an addiction. Hello, if you're just joining in. I'm still Jeremy Parrish for Retronauts. Killing Metroids, taking names, drawing maps. A good time will be had by all. Well, almost everyone, except that guy who left. So I'm trying to map Metroid II before Samus Returns comes out. And I don't know how this is going to go, but we'll give it a shot. Why not? So I'm up like 2 screens now, 3... And we found the ceiling. So that was 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. This could be tricky. Oh, look at that. Deftly avoided that spinning thing. Whatever the heck it is. So I've totally lost count of how many screens I've gone over. And oh, I guess I should have drawn a little pickup, huh? What that color are the pickups? They're green. Okay. So that was right about there. Oh, no, Samus, no! Oh, bad times. Bad times for everyone. Where am I? This is where an auto map would come in handy. Oh wow, I'm so lost. Alright. This poses a challenge for map making because I don't know where the hell I am. I think I know though. Yes, okay. Is this the save point right over here? It is. Alright. So, the save point was there. So that means I came all the way over here. Okay. Pardon me while I figure out what the heck I'm doing. That should have a bottom right there. I think I will check out and see what is over here up. Someone in the chat said they were wondering what would happen to the map if I fell off the ceiling like that. Well, see, this is just part of being a pioneer. Like the explorers of old, I run risks. It's a dangerous endeavor that I've undertaken. And, you know, I might never be seen again. I might sail off the edge of the world. There's nothing to be done about it. If that happens, tell my wife I love her. I think she'll be very upset with me if I die mapping a video game, though. Alright, so we're going going to spider ball the heck up here. Right there. So let's... Oh, what? Okay. Okay. It's all good. Hey, look, more missiles. I'm going to check out and see what's in here before I start writing maps. Wait, nope, it's a different room. Okay. It's very similar to the one I saw before. Okay, so 1... 2... Wait. 2... 3... 4... 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have a missile and a missile. And it looks like you guys can still see what's happening on the map, so that's good. That's all that really matters here. Nothing up there. And on to the next room. Okay, and this is where I fell before. So... need to figure out how that's going to work exactly. So what I'm going to do is go back and kind of retrace my steps from the last known location. Alright, so that goes up here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's a little bit of disorientation here. It's kind of a... took a bit of a liberty there, but what can you do? Oh no. Yeah, take that. Alright, so... Boy, this map is not working. I'm gonna have to redo all of this area. Doesn't quite line up. Oh well. I guess the trick is to use your friend and mine, Whiteout. Where did Whiteout go? Whiteout. Huh. Well, I had Whiteout, and now it's vanished. How strange. So I'm going to say that goes up another 2. Goes all the way across like this. That is not there. It's just a joke. Okay, so like the cartographers of old, I'm kind of making things up as I go along and taking some liberties. Oops, that should be a rectangle, not a circle. Good enough. The important thing is to get the spirit of the thing, I guess. Did I do this right? Oh, okay. I see. There we go. All right. So things are looking a little sketchy here, and I apologize for that. But what can you do? So it seems like I've pretty much explored all of this area. I need to finish out this corner of the map, but there's not really anything up there as far as I know, so then after that, I head that away to that section. So I'll move my pins down here so it can all be seen in its glory. Oh look, things stay despawned once you kill them. That's a nice thing this game does, that the remake does not do. Okay, let's turn Samus into a ball and go exploring. Pretty sure all there is to do up here is just go up to the corner and drop. Oh, tricky. Corner comes in. Okay, so comes in like that. If I'm not mistaken, I should come across a missile station soon. Yeah, there we go. Oh, missed. Wow, I'm really bad at blowing those guys up. I'll get you yet, Gadget. Oh, hoist by my own petard. Alright. Let's move along back this way. Although, maybe I should save just for the heck of it. Wow, 90 missiles. I'm loaded for bear. Oh. That's another problem with the gigantic Samus sprite, is that she's a higher profile target than in the original Metroid. It's easier to take damage. Okay, so I'm back here, and I want to go down and see what's down there after I blow up the sea urchin. Silly sea urchin, this is the ground. What are you doing? This is not water, sea urchin. Okay, and that is this away. Okay, 2 screens down, we have a door over. But what happens if I keep going down? Oh, nothing. Okay, well, that answers that. A husk, eh? I wonder what that could mean. Oh, I seem to be about to run into one of my other map spaces. Yeah, this is a problem. Oh. Okay, so this just keeps going over, and as you can see, it's going over into a Chozo room, so clearly I needed to go a little further down with this. So we are going to take another liberty. Yeah, there we go. Yep. I'm cheating. I don't even know how many screens that was. I'm going to say it was that many. How do you know? What do you know? Oh, and that goes down. And there's a husk. I forgot to draw the other husk, didn't I? Okay, so that's like a branch room. Goes in two directions. With a tiny dead Metroid husk down below. Let's see what happens when I go left. My hunch is that I'm going to find a Metroid. Or not. Maybe I'll find another branch room. Goodness. There's so many Metroid husks around here. It's like cicadas in the summer. I wonder if these were actually inspired by cicadas, you know, given that cicadas are very prevalent in Japan in the summertime. And cicadas can be as annoying as Metroids, so you never know. Lorenzo says, is it really cheating if the game is already cheating? That is true. That's right. I'm totally justified in playing dirty. Alright, so this I think is a Metroid. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just a room. It's just a room that keeps going. Alright, let's count those room spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, apparently someone's hearing a low frequency hum in the audio. That's probably the fact that I'm playing on a CRT television. I think there is some very subtle audio hum that comes through on my mic. It is not line in because I'm using a USB mic, which doesn't really suffer from that kind of thing. The Metroid, the. Alright, that's another alpha. Down. Oops. Are Metroids are red or orange? They're orange. Okay. I almost forgot. So I think I will keep playing until I cause an earthquake, and then I will move along with my life. Get the weekend started. Oh, wrong missile, or wrong projectile. Good job. Alright, let's see what's over here. Is it more of the same? Probably. Let's count those screens. 1, 2. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Yikes. Yeah, that'll teach me to pay attention to what I'm doing. Alright. Flew right into that thing. Alpha. Okay, and we're headed back here to see what's that way. My guess, I'm gonna say it's a Metroid. It's just a hunch. Oh. Give me my precious health. Oh no, not that! Don't! Oh, I missed out on my precious health. The hell with this. Okay, so now we go right and see what happens. It's a little freezy dude. Not that the dude is freezy, but you freeze them and then they die. Okay, so that was like 3 screens over, right? 1, 2, 3. And we'll see what's in the next screen. I'm guessing it's one of those round guys. Space jellyfish! 2, 3, 4, and 5. Don't I deserve an earthquake right about now? Yeah, there we go. That is what I am talking about. Okay, so I have opened the way to the next section, which means I should save and resume my mapping project sometime next week. My goal is to get the entire game mapped before Samus Returns makes it out, but you never know how things are going to go. But still, it seems like it should be feasible, at least most of the way. Alright, so I didn't draw that room. That was 3 screens over. With an alpha. I realize I'm drawing too many little tentacles on the Metroids, but you know what? That's one of the risks you gotta take with life. So, seems like the fastest way to get to a save point... Oh no, that's not a direct route. I'm gonna have to go to the previous page. Okay, I see. Alright. I can sheathe my pen for the moment. I've drawn as much as I'm going to draw for a while. So let's see, I am... The heck am I? Here? Yes, okay. And this is the part where Samus mistakenly thinks she was in a Life Force game. So it seems like there's a pretty lively discussion of Metroid remakes happening in the stream chat. I can't really pay that much attention to the stream chat. I just kind of glance over every now and then and see stuff happening, because the way I have my desk set up, my TV is directly in front of me, my mapping setup is to my right, like I turn 90 degrees for my television to map, and then the computer is all the way on the other side of the television. So it's kind of an inefficient setup, but it's about as good as you can get for something like this. God did not intend for people to map video games live on the internet. Let's see, so I'm heading up this way. I have to say that I'm actually having a much more enjoyable time with Metroid II than the last time I streamed it, because everything is so abstract and it's so easy to get lost, but it's difficult to get lost when you are mapping the game. So this is actually coming in really handy for keeping track of where I'm going, where I've been, where I need to go. It's almost like there's a practical side effect to mapping a video game. Who knew? And I think I am just about back out of this page of the map. So I'll flip back over to the other one. Oh! Yep, the music is kicked in. That means turn the page. It's just an age, it's just the stage. We disengage, we turn the page. So I'm going to head back here to save. I can't remember if there's a save immediately after you go into the new zone, but we'll save that for next time. Just about back to where we started from. I have to say the creatures in this game, like visually, make no sense whatsoever. They are maybe the absolute worst monsters in the entire Metroid series, but at least the Metroids are cool. Okay, so I've saved, I'm right here, and that's great. That means I've made a lot of progress. So I will resume this project next week and move along to the second zone. But I feel like this was pretty productive. Look at all of this stuff that I did, even though there were some mistakes, which are somewhat unavoidable given the sort of abstract nature and design of this game. I think this is going pretty well. So thanks everyone who joined and watched and suffered through my AMSR voice as I put you to sleep just in time for a busy Friday night. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Have a great weekend. It is a holiday weekend here in the US of A. So if you are also enjoying a holiday weekend, be responsible with your holidaying. That's all I can say. Thanks again for watching. I will be back next week. Enjoy, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, etc., etc.